Good morning. My name is Felicia Barnard. And
My
this
name
is
is Kevon.
Kevon, and we'll be working today. So, today, Kevon, we're going to be working on a reader's theater passage. Basically, it's almost like a script for television or for a movie. So, we're going to act like we're movie stars today. Is that okay? All right. And with this script, our objective are the things that we're going to try to do. Kevon? Okay, so the things that we're going to try to do is work on our fluency, okay? So that means we're going to be trying to read with accurate rate and expression, okay? Think you got it? Okay, so before we get started with that, let's go over some vocabulary words, okay? So I'm going to say the word, then I want you to repeat the word after me, and then I'm going to ask you, what do you think each word means, okay? All right, so let's get started. Accredited.
Accredited.
Conservation.
Conservation.
Controversial.
Controversial.
Curator.
Curator.
Ecosystem.
Ecosystem.
Exotic.
Exotic.
Extinct.
Extinct.
Psychological.
Psychological.
Stewards.
Stewards.
Tranquilize.
Tranquilize.
Wildlife refuge.
Wildlife refuge.
Okay, so what do you think accredited means? Let me give you a sentence. This bank is accredited with the federal banking system of the United States.
Is a part.
Is a part. We can also say it's trusted. Accredited means it's trustworthy. It's trusted. Like it's trusted. We can trust it, okay? What about conservation? Not sure. Can I give you a clue? Okay. So, we are trying to have a water conservation here in Henry County. We're trying to save all the water and put it in a conservation and conserve the water within Henry County.
The water thing?
Water thing? Well, conservation means we're trying to save it. We're putting it in a location where it can be saved for later use.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Controversial. Have you ever gotten into a controversy with your brother?
Argument?
Very good. Give me some. That was good. Controversial means that it's something that has two opinions. Okay? Both people think that they're right and they're trying to make a stand for what they believe. Okay? Almost like an argument. Okay? Ecosystem. Do you know what that means? What do you think that means?
The environment.
The environment, working with the environment, where the environment is working together. Okay? What about exotic? Not sure? Okay, well, when we read, you'll probably figure the word out. Extinct.
When something's gone.
When something's gone. Very good. Okay, so we have our cast of characters. And what we're going to do, since it's just two of us, we're going to read. I'm going to start reading, and then you'll read the next character. Is that okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. And we're reading Zoos Pro and Con. Announcer. Last week, one of the wealthiest residents of Springfield donated a large sum of money to the local zoo. This money will allow the zoo to grow into one of the leading wildlife conservation centers in America. There's that word, conservation. See how we're trying to make it into a leading wildlife conservation? That means we're trying to save the wildlife, and it's going to be a center in North America. Okay, back to this. The news has also sparked heated discussion within the community. Today, we have Mr. Francis' fifth grade class who have been studying zoos in depth here to debate the many pros and cons of the institutions. We'll begin with an introduction by Mr. Francis.
Good morning, everyone. As the announcer said, my class has been studying zoos for the past few weeks, asking tough questions and discussing their importance Zoos are a complex and controversial topic, and the disagreements about them are not likely to be resolved in the near future. A few students were chosen by the class to represent different viewpoints on zoos. They will use both facts and opinions that may help others decide what is best for our city and what the future should be for the animals that live in the zoo. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Francis. We'll begin the debate with an argument in the support of zoos from Miguel, Colleen, and Sam.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here today to
Break it up, see if you see any chunks.
in the set to lead the settle.
Okay, very good. That was close. Enthusiastically.
Enthusiastically
Mm-hmm.
support the expansion of the Springfield Zoo in recent decades.
Mm-hmm.
People have become more aware of the dangers facing Earth's environment. People are changing the natural world in ways that threaten many animal species.
That's correct. Many kinds of animals have lived in balance on our planet for millions of years, are now in danger of becoming extinct. And you were absolutely correct. Extinct means they're no longer with us. Okay? It is up to us to fix the problems we have caused by cleaning up the environment, shifting to greener lifestyles, and making every effort to save species that are threatened by our activities.
People are using more and more land for gathering resources and for farming, causing the natural habitats of animals to be broken into smaller, disconnected areas. This process separates animals from other of their kind and makes it more difficult for them to find mates. We have brought in Miss Suzanne McCoy, a wildlife biologist with in a Springfield Zoo, to speak more on this topic.
Okay, very good. We're going to stop right there for today. And we'll come back to that tomorrow. And we'll start off our next session with our Reader's Theater. Okay, that was very good. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to be practicing our fluency. Make sure that we're reading at the accurate pace, okay? Because when you were reading, you had some gaps, okay? You weren't reading smoothly, okay? You want to have smooth, easy reading, okay? And making sure that it all kind of flows together. You know how a river flows?
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure that our reading flows as if we're speaking, okay? So that was very good. And we're going to come back to our Reader's Theater script tomorrow. Now for today, our lesson is making inferences and drawing conclusions using the text and prior knowledge, okay? So do you know what making an inference means?
Making sense to something that I know.
Something that you know? Okay, very good. That's a portion of it. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example, and I have our chart here, making inferences, where we have three different columns. We have details, what I know, and the inference. Okay, so let's say that I show you this picture. And this is a picture of camera. This is a picture of bread. Let's see how we can get our camera turned around. Well, this is a picture of bread. Okay, and I show you and I show you jelly. I show you peanut butter. What do you think we're going to make?
Peanut butter jelly sandwich?
That is absolutely correct. So we're going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Now, how did you know that we're going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? What did you see in the pictures that I showed you? What did you see to help you get clues to know that we're going to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
It was like one page, it was bread.
I'm sorry?
One page, on the first page, it was bread.
Okay, so you saw bread.
The second page was peanut butter on the bread.
Peanut butter.
Third page was jelly.
Jelly.
Then the last one was peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Well, the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Very good. Now, that's what you saw. Now, does your mom make you peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for lunch?
I know it though.
You know it though because have you eaten a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? And what do you need to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
We need bread. We need it's either a spoon.
A spoon.
You can either use a spoon, a fork, or a knife.
Knife. Okay.
Then you need the peanut butter and jelly.
The peanut butter and jelly. And what you did for us, you made an inference. I showed you pictures of bread, peanut butter, jelly, and you already know that in order to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I need these materials, and you made an inference of making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Okay, very good. Now, the reason we're doing this, or we're talking about making inferences, because sometimes when an author in a book is writing, they don't put every little detail in the story. Okay, sometimes they want you to use, they give you clues, and they want you to use what you already know to make an inference about what's happening. So let's see if I give you another scenario. I'm carrying a beach towel. I'm carrying a beach ball. I have my bathing suit on, and I have some sunscreen. What do you think I am going this summer?
To the beach?
To the beach. Why do you think I'm going to the beach?
Because when you said bathing suit.
Have a bathing suit?
You said, like, when you said bathing suit, it was either the pool or the beach.
It was either the pool or the beach, okay. Have you ever gone to the pool? Have you ever gone to the beach?
One time.
One time? Okay, very good. So you were able to see that I was going to use certain things because it happens at the beach. Now let's listen to this. I'm going to give you a little scenario, okay? John looks outside. He puts on his rain boots, his raincoat, and his umbrella. What do you think is happening outside?
It's raining.
It's raining. Why do you think that it's raining?
When you said umbrella, it was either like you was trying to get some shade, or it was raining. The rain boots. You only wear rain boots when it's raining.
Very good.
You only wear a raincoat when it's raining.
When it's raining. Very good.
And it has to rain.
Absolutely. So you were able to make another inference. So what we're going to do today, we're going to read this passage, solving crime puzzles, and we have our chart here, our inferencing chart, where we have clues from the story, what you know, and making an inference. It's basically almost like the chart that we had here with our peanut butter and jelly scenario. Okay, so can we go ahead and read this passage? Let's read it together, okay?
Yes.
So I'll read the first paragraph, and you think you can read the second paragraph? And then we can read the third paragraph together?
Okay.
Okay, so solving crime puzzles. After a crime occurs, police look for evidence. The evidence can give clues about what happened, but often evidence is hard to find. Some evidence is very small. It can be in it can be in traces of dust, strands of hair, or threads from clothing. Police officers and detectives work with experts and special equipment to identify it. Fingerprints are one kind of evidence that experts use to try to find evidence.
Fingerprints have been used as evidence since the early
1900s.
Into 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
In 1905, police officers were investigating the robbery of a shop in London. They found a single fingerprint on a box where money was kept. The print matched a thumb of the man who had been in the area on the night of the crime. Since each person's fingerprint patterns are unlike anyone else's, police officers could arrest him and solve the crime.
Okay, let's read this one together. Today, computers make it easier to match fingerprints left at a crime scene to the person with those fingerprints. Modern scientists continue to find new kinds of evidence and new ways of analyzing it. These new tools help police and detectives get better and better at solving crimes. Okay, so let me ask you a question. How do detectives solve crimes?
They look for fingerprints,
Mm-hmm.
pieces of threads,
Okay.
dust,
Mm-hmm.
or footprints.
Very good. They look at different clues that are left behind at the scene. Okay. Now, why do you think police work with experts and special equipment?
So they can figure out who the person did it. Who did it?
They can figure out who did it. Okay. Very good. Now, you read that the evidence can be small, and so they need somebody who was an expert in this area to help them identify the evidence that is left. Very good. Why do police officers need new technology to solve crimes?
So they can figure out who did it more quicker.
So they can figure out who committed the crime quickly. Very good. Very good. So now what I need you to do, what we're going to do together, we're going to, you should have been writing this stuff in. Okay, so the story clue is, why do police officers need new tools to get better at solving crimes? Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So let's put that in here. Story clue. New tools solve crimes. Now, what do you know already about that?
That they need new equipment to figure out the problem.
Okay, so what you know is that they need equipment to help them solve problems.
Sure.
Okay.
Need equipment.
Now, so they have new tools to solve crimes. We already know that they need equipment to help them solve the crimes, the evidences that are left, and by doing so, they're able to, and you told me this already, they're able to solve
crime scenes.
They're able to solve crime scenes. And you used the word, you said crime scenes quickly. Very good. Now you have an opportunity to do it on your own, okay? So you can go ahead and read your passage, and you can go ahead and we're going to work on finding 3 clues and what you already know about this, okay, to make an inference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So before you get started on this, let's take a break and use some technology to help us figure out making inferences.